of things accomplished tonight. We wanted to get a lot of freshman arms out there and keep moving forward with those guys. Some of them pitch better than others. Certainly Small, the guy who steps out tonight, is the freshman guy who really went out there and pitched well for us. I thought the last two guys were just fabulous for us. Smith and Houston, I thought their stuff was almost unhittable in the 8th and 9th inning. Collins got some big swings for us, but I thought the biggest swing of the night was Rooker coming off the bench. He's got a little bit of a sore ankle. We held him out tonight, and he stepped up there and hit a big double for us in a huge portion of the ball game. So, it wasn't pretty. We made one bad error and we had a balk. But, in that one inning, it could have fallen apart, and we held it together and got outs and didn't let them score. So I thought that was big for our club, because that's going to happen in the Southeastern Conference. Certainly South Alabama is a very, very good baseball program, and they're going to make you work. They're going to show up ready to play, and Mark Calby was in our league forever, and he has those guys ready to play every time you play them.
You've been really high on that freshman class. Does this freshman group of pitchers just strike you a little differently than normal guys? Because it seemed like they really handled that 3-0 deficit well.
Yeah, I think so. But I think our older kids are doing a great job leading them too. And I thought Cale went out there and set the tone. He had a couple of walks, but certainly his stuff was really good. And Noah didn't pitch as well as he wanted to, but gosh, the quality of his stuff we thought was pretty good as well. And I thought Pilkington was just phenomenal. I thought the ball came out of his hands. So when you look at And velocity is not the most important thing. Locating and getting people out are really important. But when these kids can mesh those two, their stuff along with their command, I think they're going to be really special. And they don't get better unless they get opportunities to go out there. And that's the reason why you're reading, whatever it is, 8, 9 names on the pitcher column.
Kevin, with 3 home runs in his last 8 at-bats, what do you think just been the difference for him?
I think he's finally feeling healthy. I think his hand is really starting to feel better. I think he's feeling a lot more comfortable at third base. I think that he's seeing the ball well, and I think he's able to relax and play. So, I think we needed him too. He's really swung the bat well, because, if we're expecting Jack Kruger to hit 500 through, 60 games, that ain't going to happen. It just isn't as great a hitter as he is. We need other people to step forward. And again, Rooker and Collins tonight certainly did that for us. The guy who's really hitting into some tough luck right now is Lowe. Lowe set the table one time tonight, but every single time he stepped to the plate, it seems like in his last 8 or 10 at-bats, he has hit balls really, really hard. The double play he hit into early in the game was just smoked. That ball was crushed. If it's a foot here, a foot there, both those guys are going to score, but instead it's a double play ball. So I think he's been really good in his last 4 or 5 games as well.
When Cale goes out there and just goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, is there any discussion to bring him back out there, or do you stick to the game plan and get guys come in? How do you balance that?
There is, but these kids, all of them deserve to pitch. And, the middle of the week is something that we really schedule out. And you're right. When somebody's pitching really well, as well as Houston was throwing the ball, it really, you have that tendency to say, man, let's send him back out there. But we had a little bit of a longer offensive inning, and Blake Smith has been really good for us as well. And we wanted to get him an inning.